What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome back to Impact Gaming Center. We are live and in living color, and we have Paul on Boros Energy against Joe, who is on Niv to Light, not taking turns if you're watching this after the fact, Jeff. But yeah, we are streaming this on twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center. And if you're watching this after the fact, check us out on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon and mark it to all so you don't miss out on amazing content like this. All right, Galvanic Discharge going to bolt the bird. Taking down Birds to Paradise. And Guided Soul is going to get on in there. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. We do appreciate this. Round 3 of 4 tomorrow. We have an RCQ. So if you are watching live and you're not in our area, make sure you tune in 10 a.m. Central. If you are in our area, come on up. Here's a Johnny and a cat. And we're going to get 2 triggers here. Up to 20 goes Paul. Not to 21. To 20. And going to get in there with Guided Souls. Going to give it +2/+2. And a flying token counter. Down to 14. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to me how much Modern Horizons 3 has affected Modern. You always expect Horizon sets to impact Modern a bit, but holy smokes, this whole deck did not exist. Like almost all of the best decks did not exist before MH3. Kietra Triumph fetched out for Joe. He'll drop to 13. And here we go. Pillar of Perun. Here is some technology for you. Pillar of Peruns. Add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast multicolored spell. Pretty darn good in Joe's deck. Here is a Prismari command. 2 damage to that. That'll take down the kitty, the big kitty. Gonna get a treasure. And Elegant Parlor going to be the card that is fetched here by Paul. Surveil. Still into turn. Or, I'm tripping. Here's a Blood Moon. Pretty good. Pass back. And there's a forest. All right, Joe's cooking. I'm not sure if he... Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of mana base Joe has, but yeah, Blood Moon pretty darn good against the 5-color deck. The main deck, Blood Moon, absolutely brutal. Green, black, red, red, red. Or green, blue. So thanks to the heads-up play of getting that treasure, he's able to make a blue. Joe, not done quite yet. Vindicate. Oh, there you go. Vindicate gonna take down the Blood Moon, and now Joe is no longer underneath a Blood Moon, so works out pretty well for him. Did he just draw another one? Oh no, it's a Flage. I mean, that's still pretty darn good, but 3U. Down to 5. And Joe going to shake his head, scoop him up. Paul going to take game 1 with Boros Energy on the back of a Blood Moon and a pretty darn aggressive start. So there you have it. Game number 1 going to Paul on Boros Energy. Boros Moon Energy. I don't know what I'm going to call this. What should I call this in the chat, folks? He's got rings in it, too. He told me that earlier. But, yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. We do appreciate you. We are coming to you live from Fairview Heights, Illinois, 49 Ludwig Drive in the fantastic Fairview Heights. I'm Les Alex. I make content, too, so you can check out the description below. Click on it and head on over to my YouTube channel. I make magic about content. Well, I do kind of. Don't we all? But I make content about Magic the Gathering as well. So go check that out. But yeah, we have an RCQ tomorrow. So if you are watching live and you're not in the area, 10 a.m., be here, be square. And if you are in the area, come on up. Try and earn that Pinfinity set and your trip to the regional qualifier. But yeah, thank you to everybody hanging out with us tonight live. We also have a website, by the way. Yeah, brand new, in fact. Brand new. Go check it out. ImpactGamingCenter.gg. We ship all over the place, and if you're local, you can order cards for local in-store pickup. Nick says, Blood Moon making games fun since 1994. Yeah, no joke. Ton of fun. That's the best, most fun card ever. But, yeah, we're rocking and rolling here tonight. We got about 30 Commander players. We've got probably about, I don't even know, 26. We got folks drafting right behind Joe. You can kind of see him there. I saw some Lorcana players here. Like, we're packed tonight. It's crazy. All the things happening. We had Warhammer players. We sell all sorts of stuff. Board games, Warhammer, D&D, Magic, Pokemon, Lorcana, Star Wars Unlimited. You name it. If it's tabletop gaming, we probably can get it for you. But let's kick it back down there. And in anticipation for game number 2. We've had some quick matches tonight. Let's see if Joe can fight back here in game number 2. He will be on the play. Boros Ring Energy, maybe? That's what I might call it. Probably still have Flage on the thumbnail. But yeah, this is the bummer of live paper Magic coverage right here. Just talking through the sideboarding and shuffling. Alrighty, looks like we are about ready. Here we go. I see a Teferi in Joe's hand. Birds of Paradise. Joe says no, and he throws it back. Paul looks like he's keeping. I certainly hope so. Otherwise, he needs to be mulliganing for time considerations. But yeah, if you're watching live on Twitch, we are affiliates, so you can give us some of those Bezos bucks. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free subscription every month, and it helps us out a ton, helps us being able to continue making content like this into the foreseeable future. Or if you like our content that much and you don't have Amazon Prime and you want to pay us for content, we take those too. Appreciate all of our 15 current subscribers. Y'all the real MVPs. All right, let's see. Does Joe have a keeper? Looks like we're going to put back a verdict. Maybe not. A verdict's a very powerful card, so last round we saw Boros Energy versus Mono Black. The Mono Black player very desperately needed a Wrath and just could not find a Damnation. Plains go. Down to 18 goes Paul off of the shock. And there is Guide of Souls, the best one drop in Magic history. Lighting Helix. So that will take down the Guide of Souls. Arena of Glory. The land that Paul just put into play. Here's an Ocelot Pride. Still a very good one drop, but not quite as menacing on its own as Guide of Souls. And straight back to Joe, and missed a land drop here for Joe. Well, that is not great. I think Joe has another Ocelot Pride for Paul, but I think Joe has another Lightning Helix. So Joe gonna take a read. Might as well bring it up. Here is Ocelot Pride. Here you go. It's got First Strike and Lifelink. It has Ascend, so you have the City's Blessing. At the beginning of your instep, if you gain life this turn, create a 1/1 white cat creature token. Then if you have the City's Blessing, and again, you need 10 permanents in play to get the City's Blessing. For each token you control that entered the battlefield this turn, create one that is a copy of it. This card gets out of hand pretty darn quickly. So obviously only 3 permanents in play currently, but definitely something to keep in mind and be aware of if you are Joe. Joe going to fetch Shock back down to 20. Hopefully he fixes his life total on the pad, on the phone. There is a Night of Autumn. Gonna just put some counters on it. Yep, and I heard Joe put 2+1/+1 counters on it, but I don't think it is long for this world. No, instead it's gonna bite the dust thanks to a Galvanic Iteration and a pass back to Paul. Gonna draw his card and get in there. Don't think Joe knows he's at 19. Hang tight. All right. I was mistaken. The double helix threw me off. I didn't catch that. I caught it, but yeah. I haven't seen Nivdalite since the ban of Astrolabe. Yeah. It's been a minute. So there's a Supreme Verdict. Going to take down a Johnny and the Ocelot Pride. And Paul just has to pass back. So can Joe continue to find lands? Yeah. Whew. Vindicate your Sacred Foundry. That's pretty darn good. Lightning Bolt in response. Down to 17. And there's a Birds of Paradise. All righty. So Joe's in there like swimwear right now. Galvanic Iteration. I believe Paul has energy off camera. Maybe I can try and zoom out and see if we can catch a glimpse of how much energy Paul has. Nope, unfortunate. Well, in that case, we'll just zoom back in. Paul bricks on land, and here's Night of Autumn. +2/+2. Pass back. 2+1/+1 counters. Paul bricking again. Yeah, this is rough. It's like a slow, painful death that is almost assuredly going to happen, but you got to play it out if you're Paul. All right, there's a lamb. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Delighted Halfling also on Joe's board. Here we go. Amtraptor going to come on in. Galvanic Discharge. And it's going to take down the Night of Autumn. Alrighty, back to Joe. He says, untap, upkeep, draw. All right, and here is a Niv Mizzet. We get to do the thing. Reveal the top 10 cards. And then you get to pit one of each 2-color pair in your hand. Oh my gosh. Gonna choose those 3. Flage, Fulminator Mage, and Teferi Time Raveler. Let's get the Niv Mizzet on board so y'all can see it and read it. All right, here is a Guide of Souls for Paul. Looking at that blood moon again, like, man, this would have been pretty sweet. All righty. Joe's got everything he could possibly need here. There's a flage. Paul's staring at the flage in his hand like, man. And we're going to get on in there. Attack for 6. Paul down to 8. What you got, Paul? Yeah, he's going to scoop it up. That's what he's got. All righty, on to game number 3. Game number 3 here in round number 2. Round number 3, sorry. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Coming to you live from Impact Gaming Center in the fabulous Fairview Heights, Illinois. And again, if you're in the St. Louis area, come on up. Come play some Friday night. We got Modern and Commander on Friday nights. We got Pioneer on Monday. We got Commander on Wednesday and Sunday. And then we got CEDH on Thursdays. And I always get asked, how does CEDH, how well does it fire? It fires every week with about 8+ people. Sometimes we get 16, which is incredible. And sometimes we get 8. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And if you're into gaming, tabletop gaming, whatever, whether it's Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Warhammer, we sell all that stuff. We've got 22,000 square feet of space. So if you come up, it's always free to play. And you'll always have room to play. Even on nights like this when there's like 60 people here, there's still plenty of elbow room. All right, let's get back down there. We've got a Marsh Flats. All righty, down to 19 goes Paul. Elegant Parlor. Gonna enter, and Paul gonna surveil. And we'll put a bolt into the bin. Not sure of what Paul's hand consists of. Maybe he's looking for land. I'm not sure. Amped Raptor, I believe, is in his hand. Yep. Amped Raptor going to enter. All right. So in response, I believe, to the energy trigger. Gonna grab a forest. There's a Guide of Souls. All right, that's pretty darn good. Go down to 1 energy. And I believe it'll be Joe's turn. All right, there's Pillar of Perunes and a pass back for Joe. Paul going to take a draw step. Not showing us anything. Not showing us anything. All right, Sacred Foundry going to drop Paul to 17. And here's a Flage. 3 to you. Trigger's Guide to Souls. And we are going to get Swifty with an attack. Down to 13 goes Joe. Pretty big life total swing that turn. And I think Joe just drew another land. He has an Abrupt Decay in hand, I believe. Or no, that's Assassin's Trophy, sorry. There is a snow-covered plains. As to play around for as well as he can. Play around Blood Moon. Here is a Marsh Flats. Gonna fetch down to 20. Ho hum, woe is me, back to 20. There's an Ocelot Pride. Trigger Guide of Souls. And there's another Flage. Yeah, Joe throwing his hands up like, yeah, that's pretty good. Down to 10. Paul goes to 25. Flage going to hit the bin. Paul going to beat face. And here is a Lightning Helix taking down the Ampteraptor. So Joe gained 3. But before damage, we're going to put wings on that Guide of Souls. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. 7 permanents right now for Paul, so not quite City's Blessing as we turn back to Joe. Man, did he draw another land? He's got a Lightning Bolt. He's got some removal. There's a Hallowed Fountain. And pass back to Paul. Elegant Parlor. Surveil. That's going to the bin. Do we have enough to flash back the Flage? We do. That's what I was thinking. 4 cards, 4 mana, 3 U. Down to 9, up to 30. Is it combat time? It is, it is. So trigger here, we're gonna Assassin's Trophy. Joe taking care of the Guide of Souls. Paul can search his deck for a land, of course. Not sure what's in Joe's hand. He definitely has a ton of removal so far this game. But can he find a payoff? That's the big thing here. He needs to find a Bring to Light or a Niv Mizzet. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Yeah, that's 10. That's the City's Blessing. That means Paul makes another cat. And right back to Joe. Shipped back to Joe. All right. That kills everything but Flage. But unfortunately, Flage was all that mattered. So Paul gonna take it down in 3 games. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching live, we've got one more round. You should stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss content like this. I'm Les Alex. Stay tuned. We've got round 4. All the Twitter clout and store credit on the line next round. You don't want to go anywhere. Until next time, catch you all on the flippy flop. Adios.